Croatia.
5. The lines are locked. 4. Match day is near. 3. The pigs are clear. 2. The picks are in. 1. Let the show begin. Game on. It's that time again. Game on. Kicks and Picks is back again. Game on. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Game on. The guys are here and ready to go. Game on. Game on. Game on. Game on. The guys are here and ready to go.
Welcome back to Kicks and Picks podcast. We are back. I have my voice back. If you were with us last week, it was probably rough getting through my parts of the show, but we are back just about at the end of the second to last game of round 2 years. Croatia is just wrapping up with Panama in a few minutes. Colombia plays Congo in about an hour, and then the second round of the group stage will be wrapped up, guys. So at this point, I think we talk about teams that have impressed a little bit. So far, we have, I think, 6 teams that have maximum points. Colombia could be another one if they get the win tonight. They are favored pretty heavily. I think they're like minus 180 or minus 200. But right now we have Mexico on 6 points, the U.S., Germany, go down the list here, France and Norway, who are in the same group, and then Argentina. So of those 6 teams, any surprises to you? Most impressive, maybe least impressive despite the 2 wins? What are you guys thinking?
I'd say the one that surprised me the most, maybe Norway. Look, everybody knows Erling Haaland coming in is, going to continue to do Erling Haaland things and score goals in bunches. But, having 6 points at this point, obviously have to still play France, I think is really impressive. Senegal is no, light work team from Africa. They always play well in AFCON. They have a lot of guys who play in the upper echelon of Europe. And so I think they've done really well for themselves. Obviously have the most goals in this group, 7 goals scored, already. But I think through and through, like they've played pretty good defense. Midfield has been okay. I think that's probably going to be their biggest weak point when they maybe play some of the bigger teams. But full credit to them. I would not have had them sitting here at 6 points, a month ago.
So it's one of those things. I think you hit on some good points. There's definitely deficiencies in the squad, but they ran through qualifying, right? Unbeaten, right? They weren't a very good group. They also played maybe one of the worst Italy's ever, which neither here nor there. They went undefeated, right? And they scored
dominated. I mean, not a great Italy, but dominated that Italy.
Right, dominated.
Yeah.
It wasn't close. They've dominated this group to this point, right? So I think when you have a generational player, who can carry a game, that's always obviously not many teams can say that, but to your point, the attacking talent goes beyond him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see. They still did give up 3 goals so far through 2 games. We'll see what happens against France. We'll see what happens once they start playing other teams in the knockouts. But you made a great point about Senegal. Senegal actually has looked very competent through 2 games, right? Through 2 juggernaut games. And I think if they had a little bit better forward play, maybe these results are a little bit different. So definitely shout out Norway. Not a huge surprise, but maybe a surprise in how well they've looked in the offense department. I don't think I'm surprised at Mexico. I mean, I guess maybe beating South Korea or not even really giving up anything outside of 2 late chances to South Korea is impressive, but that group, I think, told its tale. US, got through the 2 games they needed to in their group. I can't say I'm surprised about that. Germany obviously rolled through their 2 games. France, I think, started off slow in game 1, but since have put on a dominant performance. Don't need to really speak on them. And Argentina maybe is the most surprising. I think they're in one of the weakest groups, but they've looked terrible. I mean, we're talking about 5 messy goals is their offense, right? Yeah. So if he has a bad game, if he is game planned for a little bit better, how good is this Argentina team really? That's a question mark that I kind of have at this stage of the game.
Yeah. And Nick, I like kind of what you were talking about with Norway, where it's like you have a generational player. I think that's kind of been the theme of this tournament so far, is you have 5 or 6 guys that are generational for their respective country, right? Between Holland and obviously Messi, Ronaldo, um,
Big bounce back
Mbappe.
from Mbappe.
Yeah.
Nobody hates him more than I do. Big bounce back for him right now.
And they're all turning up. Ronaldo took a game. He's turning up now. I think it's going to be interesting to see like which format of team is going to be the one that works best in this World Cup, because there are a lot of these generational players. But if we're talking like more complete teams, like, obviously France is very complete. Like it's hard to poke a hole in them, but a team like Netherlands, for example, doesn't really have a generational player per se, but I think, front to back, I talked about it last episode, they feel very complete. Like there's no weak spots in the forwards, the midfield play. And, as long as they're not bringing on Coop Miners, really strong defense, no gaps there. Lots of pace, lots of strength, lots of height. Maybe the goalie situation is the best, but, I'm just curious to see how this is going to play out. Like, is this going to be a World Cup where it's going to be the team who has the best player wins, or is it going to be the team that's able to kind of put together the best 11 on the field, that's able to make it through the gauntlet of, the expanded tournament? Is that going to be the recipe that proves most successful?
Yeah, I have to say, Argentina hasn't been great, but I don't think Mexico's been that great either. Defensively, they've done well, like you said, Nick, but offensively, like, if you were to play them, I don't think you're scared of them, right? The goalie error by the Korean goalie was atrocious on Thursday night. That was the only reason they won that match. Otherwise, you're looking at a 0-0 because neither team had a lot going forward, at least the part of the match I watched. Norway, you mentioned it, right? It's more than Holland, right? They play well. I mean, you've got Sorloth playing as kind of like a wing type player just because Holland's so good. That's a guy who starts on a La Liga side and scores plenty of goals.
Better season than Alvarez, right?
Yeah, I believe he had a better season for Atleti than Alvarez. And then who's the Arsenal guy? Not Ostergaard. Ostergaard.
Oh, no,
Odegaard.
No, Odegaard. I'm getting mixed up with the other guy. But the ball he played through to Holland on the second goal was weighted perfectly, right? Like, you've got a guy who's plays for a Premier League champion, match in, match out, performs well for them. So they have a nice mix of talent. Nusa adds some pace on the other side. The defense is going to be, I think, what's going to get them in trouble against better sides. We'll see against France, like you said. That's going to be interesting. I think they can score on France, right? They've got enough going forward, I think. But
how hard
you saw
both teams go.
Yeah,
is the question.
Yeah, how hard do they go? Who plays, right? I think Mbappe and Holland probably play because they're probably both gunning for a golden boot at this point, right? I think to some extent they're probably going to ask their managers to play, you would think. But we'll see. The U.S. has impressed. We talked about them last week. More impressive in the first match than the second. But, I think it was Colin Coward, actually. I saw a clip on Twitter. He's like, if you told me that Christian Pulisic wouldn't have a shot on target in 2 matches and the U.S. would be on 6 points, I don't think many people would have expected that, right? Like, not even a shot on target.
I mean, obviously hurt, but that dude shoots 1,000 times a game for the U.S.
Yeah. So I think they've been impressive. Big bounce back for the Dutch this week against Sweden. I thought their performance was very impressive against the Sweden side that looked good in their first match. The Dutch, they just had their way in the first half before, Sweden made a little bit of a change, but 5 goals. Robbie stepped into the center forward role and performed well. So we'll see if they stick with that kind of setup because I think they're one of those like sleeper dangerous teams, right? You've got a center back like Van Dijk back there who can, get the job done. He's done it before for Liverpool. Maybe a little more steady defense than they've had at times because they always have those attacking and those midfield players. I think they're a team to keep an eye on as we move forward after they kind of got that rough one out of the way against Japan to start when we discussed last week. Brazil 3-0 on Haiti, but they still didn't really impress me. And now Rafinha looks like he's out. Once they put up 3-0, they kind of turned it off, right?
Brazil, I would say, is Vinny Jr.'s been their best player. And I guess if you're Brazil, you want him to be your best player.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, you want your best player to perform like your best player, right?
Who's not a fan of Vinny Jr., so...
Well, I think for any team, right, you want your star. He's your quote unquote star, right? And Brazil usually has a lot of stars. This not as much in recent years. You want your star to perform, and he has been their best player so far. I think, I think that's a good point.
We have to talk about the Ancelotti not playing Endrick memes that are going on Twitter right now. Like that's I think all time Twitter meme category.
Well, didn't he not care for him at Real Madrid? They were saying during the broadcast.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
what do you
really
want?
play him?
Isn't dude like 12 years old? Like
he was young when he was there. Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, how old is he now? 19.
18?
I think he's
Yeah,
still
19.
stupid young.
Still young.
He is the opposite of Muslera.
Yeah.
And has your boy even played Dzeko? Has he gotten on the field yet?
Yeah, I think he started
Yeah.
last match.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think he had 2 shots on target actually
Oh,
in
nice.
that game.
There
That
you go.
game killed me. I haven't won a bet since that game. I was sitting on Switzerland, Bosnia under 3.5 as my like 5th leg of parlay. 75th minute 0-0 and it ends with 6 fucking goals. I don't think I've won a bet since that game.
You won't have a bad bet like that for another year if you tried. Like that's like almost impossible to do.
I sat there with a $10 like free bet from one of the money line, promos that DraftKings did. And I was like, I should just throw this on 2.5 over 2.5 and see if I can middle this. Cause it was like plus 350 for over 2.5 goals. I was like, I should do it. I was like, nah, that's stupid. That's a waste of this promo. Should have done it. Should have done over 3.5. Cause I think over 3.5 was plus 1,100. Like no joke. I was like, I should have just done over 3.5. Just hedged. Yeah.
Those are the worst when you regret not taking something. Spain bounced back 4 goals, kind of looked like the Spain we expected. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, Nick, I mean, you could break out your second edition of the
World Cup. We do have an updated
list.
graphic. We do have an updated graphic. Sorry, Coach. It's gonna
cover me. It's okay.
So you won't get to see Coach. But we have through match week 2 the most ass teams at the World Cup. Updated ranking. Number 1 absolutely has to be Turkey. Team that everybody called a dark horse. A team that this podcast has been trashing now for 3 seasons. Happy to say we got it right. First team eliminated. No goals through 2 games. Absolute dog shit. You love to see it. Number 2, in maybe I'm going to call it potentially the worst performance of the World Cup, and that's the Czech Republic. With that 0-0 draw against South Africa. That just absolutely soured me on this team. I think they are just
1-1, wasn't it? Didn't they give up a penalty late? Because I thought it was a hit that bet. I had them. Yeah, I had them on the money line. They gave up a penalty kick, I think.
No, you're right. They scored 2 goals in 2 games, so they must have scored in that game. But in any case, there is absolutely no reason to be giving away points to South Africa, especially in a must-win game. You got handed a lifeline with Mexico taking care of South Korea. Absolute dog shit performance. Ecuador, who, very hand up, happy to say, or not happy. I mean, have to admit that I was wrong about them. I thought they were at least on par with the Ivory Coast, and it looks like they are absolutely nowhere near. This is a team that could not score a goal on Curacao. So maybe that's even actually a worse performance than the Czech Republic.
So tweet to lock them and Turkey on a pitch together until somebody scores a goal.
I like it. I absolutely like it.
Might take a while.
And then we get into a couple teams with a little bit higher expectations. So last week we had Portugal and Spain on this after their terrible performances. They've obviously both rectified. But Belgium, man, I mean, what do we say about them? I don't know if anybody was saying the Colton generation, but you were talking about a team that is currently behind Egypt and Iran in their group.
Yeah.
They have not won
unbeaten
a game.
though.
They drew both games, but they only have 1 goal. It was a Lukaku goal, and he promptly turned around and had maybe the worst performance of all time after that in the next game. Yeah. Terrible, terrible, terrible team here. Followed by Uruguay, who, listen, all still to play for. Same thing, 2 draws through 2 games. But you have played the 2 easiest teams in your group, Cape Verde and Saudi Arabia. Could not get a win in either of those games. Now you have to play Spain. Muslera looks absolutely fucking atrocious in goal. He was at fault for all 3 goals that they gave up, as far as I'm concerned. I don't see a world where Spain doesn't put out half of a team and put 3-4 goals past them.
Belgium to win their group is plus 235. I don't mind that.
Who do they play? They play Egypt, right?
They got to play Egypt, right? They haven't played them yet.
They play Egypt. Yeah.
If
they beat Egypt,
what are they on the money line in that game?
Now we're getting ahead. See, that's going to be where we're going soon.
I'm just trying to.
Them on the money line. They're minus.
No, they're playing New Zealand.
Oh no, they play New Zealand.
They play New Zealand.
They drew Egypt.
Worst
right?
team.
Yeah,
Okay.
Egypt and Iran. If you get a little
Egypt
a
and Iran,
draw, let's see what's the goal. Bro, I mean, if Belgium gets a 3-goal win,
can they do that? Have you seen anything through 2 games to say that they can do that?
They are
We were talking about the number 4 most ass team at the World Cup currently.
All right, Nick. Well, New Zealand is plus 1,400. Let's see what they are on the spread. Would you want to take New Zealand on the spread? I know we're getting ahead. We're going to head. We're going to do this. New Zealand is plus 2. You can take New Zealand plus 2? Minus 115.
It's not terrible. I could be convinced.
I had New Zealand.
If you're looking for somebody to take a spread at an even number, I'm your guy.
I had them on the money line with that draw breaker token you were talking about the other day, Scotty, and I thought I was going to get it for a while. They were holding on for a while. I think they were plus 500, and at one point I did say to myself, should I just cash out for like the $23 it was or whatever? And I was like, whatever. Like and they they get 3 goals, but
just saying. Yeah, I mean, not a terrible bet, I guess, considering you get a draw in the other game that suits Egypt, but you get a better goal differential, I guess. Not out of the realm of possibility, but I haven't seen anything through 2 match days to tell me that Belgium can do that.
Yeah,
if it were plus 400 or something
old,
like that,
right?
I'd be on it.
They're getting old though. The golden generation, right? Like there's nobody.
Oh yeah, this is not the golden generation because Hazard was part of the golden generation.
Yeah,
Hazard was the golden generation.
Yeah, this is we are long past that.
Yeah.
They had Axel Witsel, and
it was
their
like
midfield
their
was good.
Generation when they knocked the U.S. out in like 2018 or whatever, right? Whatever tournament that was.
Yeah, no,
they're had like all those saves against them.
We're 10 years. Their golden generation's now into coaching. So
yeah. Has Fellaini gotten a haircut since the golden generation?
For sure not.
I think the other thing we have to talk about too before we move on to the upcoming matches in the last round of the group stage is the Stars lighting it up, right? We early on in the tournament. First couple of match days, nothing crazy. I mean, Balogun had a good performance. There was some guys, but like the Stars all came to play. And for me and many other people that goals yesterday, goals of certain players and parlaying them because it was like a gift from the FIFA schedule makers. Haaland, Messi, and Mbappe on the same day. The books must have hated that because after they all did it the first time around, I'm sure plenty of other people did what I did and just threw a few dollars, a little lotto play on the 3 of them to do it again. They did it again.
The books will make this up tenfold. Don't you worry.
Oh yeah,
by the time
I'm sure
this
they
tournament's
will.
over. So don't feel so bad for the books.
No,
good job
I
to
don't
everybody
feel
that
bad.
hit.
Yeah. And then you followed up with that last week, Kane with a brace. This week, Ronaldo with a brace. So like all the guys that are supposed to be scoring goals now that Ronaldo's gotten off the off the schneid a bit have been scoring goals. I mean, Messi 5 goals already. You got 4 for Mbappe, 4 for Haaland. The Golden Boot race is getting interesting now. I looked it up to see what was the most goals at a single World Cup, and it was in 1958. Jules Fontaine of France, 13 goals in a single tournament. I didn't realize it was that high for a single tournament.
Holy shit.
But with the expanded format and some of the teams that these guys are playing against, it would not shock me.
Who the fuck was he playing against?
Yeah, I don't know. In 58, I have no idea. But it would not shock me to see somebody push that a little bit, right? If they keep up at this pace. Like if one of these teams gets the right draw in the round of 32,
when was the last time we saw somebody with double digits? In our lifetime,
I can tell you,
never, right?
It's only happened 3 times. He had 13, Kostic from Hungary in 54 at 11, and Gerd Mueller in 1970 for West Germany had 10.
I was going to say, considering that Messi's now the all-time leading goal scorer in World Cup with like 16 goals, like it clearly hasn't happened that much.
Yeah. Right. He's up to 18. Mbappe is now on level with close on 16. He had the most in our lifetime in a tournament.
He'll
had
pass
one,
Messi.
Two World Cups ago. He had like 8 or 9, right?
Qatar 2022.
I mean, he's still got 2.5 to go. As long as Messi doesn't outpace him by like 5 in this World Cup, it'll be his.
Oh yeah, I think it's a given that he'll end up the all-time leading goal scorer. I'm wondering if anybody can push that 13 in this tournament. I didn't realize it'd be that high when I looked it up.
No.
But I definitely think one of these guys will push double digits.
All right. So
like I said, you got if they play this next game now. I don't know. Does Messi play? I don't know.
For sure.
Does Mbappe?
How else are they going to score a goal?
Yeah. But Messi's going to play the full game. He wants to get as many as he can. This is probably his last World Cup. He's going to play every game he can.
That is a good point. And I'm sure
get injured and miss out on his
days.
MLS season. I'm sure he'll be devastated.
So I think, and like I was saying, you get a round of 32, which you've never had before. You probably might get a weak round of 16 opponent because of this expanded format. These guys could hit double digits by the time they're in the quarterfinals.
I think so. So
3 more matches.
Uh-oh. Nick is down.
Yeah, no, Alexa was talking for some reason. If you take a look at the odds, maybe you guys have wildly different numbers or similar numbers. I'm looking at Mbappe as the favorite at plus 170, Messi at plus 230, Haaland at plus 525. Then you got to go to Kane, Ronaldo. Everybody's plus 1,100 or way worse.
Yeah, so it's reversed on DraftKings. Messi's plus 185, Mbappe's 220.
Okay, so I was going to say
they're plus 700.
For me, at this juncture, I would be taking Messi at plus 230 because number one, he's in the lead, and number two, he very clearly has nobody else on his roster that is capable of scoring a goal. Whereas Mbappe has 4 other guys that are capable of scoring a goal. Now, very clearly, he's motivated and determined, and they are feeding him. I'm not saying any of that, but I don't see how I don't take Messi at plus 230 right now.
Yeah, I think the counterpoint to that, Nick, is if you're playing Argentina, your one and only goal is stop Messi.
Yeah.
If you're playing France,
People
you can't
been trying to do that for 38 years.
I know that's fair. I mean, that's right, but it's France. You can't really do that. You're going to get overrun by 3 different guys if you try just to focus in on Mbappe.
Yeah, and I think the value on Haaland at plus 700 is there, but they're not going to go deep enough. That's going to be the thing that kills his value. I can't see them getting, depending on the draw past like the round of the quarterfinals, maybe depending on who they play. I think the defense will eventually let them down. You know, Kane and Ronaldo got some ground to make up. Who knows how deep they go? You know, Undav at plus 2,500. I mean, does he eventually start? He's got to start at some point.
I'm looking at
They got to start him.
He's got to start. He's got 3 goals now.
Start,
I mean, it would be a long shot, but that's why the odds you got plus 4,000, we've got plus 2,500. Germany's a team that can go deep. I don't think he catches Messi or Mbappe, but maybe he has another hot game and there's some cash out value at some point. I don't know, but you know, he's one to keep an eye on. I think.
Who do they have next? They have somebody that's super shit.
I think.
Oh, so. Ecuador, right?
Got to be Ecuador. Yeah,
the number 2 team on my super ass board.
One thing with Ecuador, they don't give up a lot. They just don't score a lot.
Yeah, I mean, they've only
they had a really good defensive record in the qualifying.
I might take a little stab at that plus 4,000.
It's a much better number than we have. We got plus 2,500, like I said. So, you know, Vinny Jr. plus 3,500. He's only got 2 goals though. Gakpo plus 4,000. He's kind of a sleeper if the Dutch go far.
No, I got plus 7,500.
Wow. Yeah. If you're in Florida, Hard Rock is.
Would you say Vinny Jr.? Let's see.
3,500.
3,500. That dude ain't even on my fucking list. Hold on. I put fucking Somerville at plus 20,000 before I went to Vinny Jr. Oh, Vinny, I got plus 4,000.
Yeah. You're just tunnel vision. You want to block him out there.
I did.
Oh, Nick, former Red Bull great Juan Pablo Angel doing the coverage tonight.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. He was in the studio,
I've seen that.
I saw they had Thiago too, right? From
Alcantara.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. All right.
Future assistant coach for Liverpool, I'm guessing.
Could be.
Supposedly.
So let's jump into this last round of matches here. Kicks off tomorrow with I think Group A, B, and C all playing. So we've got. Let me pull up the standings just so I have that for reference too. Mexico's already clinched. You've got South Korea on 3, Czechs on 1, South Africa on 1. And tomorrow, Mexico is playing the Czechs, South Africa playing South Korea. You guys like anything in those 2 matches? I mean, South Korea minus 150 is right on the edge of playable, I think, in a very winnable match, must-win match for them.
Well, I think before we get to that one, Switzerland plus 135, I think they smoke Canada.
I was just going by group, but
well, I mean, that's the first game tomorrow, right? 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm going by game time.
You going game time? Okay.
Yeah. I think Switzerland plus 135. I think that's by far my favorite bet in terms of value and probability. Because I mean, Switzerland can score. We saw that against. It took them 75 minutes, but we saw them score in bunches once they kind of broke the tide there. Canada. What's Canada going to do? Canada might be good for a goal.
On our better side, right?
Yeah. So I like that. You know, considering the winner of this game wins the group. Yeah. I think that's my favorite.
Yeah, I didn't anticipate the Swiss getting this good of a number, so I'm kind of with you. I mean, Canada, Jekyll and Hyde through 2 games, right? I don't know.
got to be the home field, right? That kind of bumps the Swiss number up a little bit. That
Jekyll and
can't
Hyde. I
play
mean, they
because
beat
they're
up on
home.
Qatar, right?
Right. No, I'm not putting much
Yeah.
stock in that. They were up a man for 5 of their 6
Yeah.
goals or whatever
Yeah.
it was, right?
Yeah.
So like whatever. I don't know. The draw is plus 200. That's really the only thing that scares me a little bit.
I mean, both teams want to win this. I mean, who advances if they draw, right? Like, how does that?
They
go?
both.
It'd be Canada. Well, I mean, who wins the group? It'd be Canada. So Canada.
It'd be Canada. Yeah.
Switzerland needs to win.
Plus 6.
No, for
Yeah.
sure.
So-
I think the incentive is for Switzerland to win, and you're right.
Yeah.
Plus 135, like I said, just did not expect that number. So I'm with you 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. And then you have Group C, Brazil and Morocco both on 4, Scotland on 3, Haiti on nothing. For the Scots, I mean, they're playing Brazil, tough match. I think the goal for them is just keep it close, right? Because goal
Yeah,
differential.
draw and they. Yeah, I mean, or even like a draw.
A draw, they're
gets
like
them
almost
through.
automatically through,
Yeah.
right? Right now, where do they rank? They are the second-rated third-place team. There's a bunch of teams on 3 points. Their goal differential is even, the same as Sweden, which helps them. So I think it's one of those things. If they keep it close, they probably put themselves in good position. The draw
Yeah, I mean,
is
Scotland
golden.
plus a goal and a half is minus 130.
I know. You know me. Plus 2, I'd take it.
Yeah, I don't know if I go to a goal and a half though. I could easily see Brazil winning by 2 goals.
I don't know. Man, Scotland's defense has been good.
And win, right?
No, I don't know. I mean, Brazil hasn't been great in attacking. We just talked about they're overly reliant on Vinny, who's not an out-and-out striker by nature. Scotland's defense has been good. It's been good. Like
I'm trying to wonder, can Scotland get a goal in this game?
Sure.
That's what I need to.
Yeah, they've
On
only
set
scored
piece.
once in these 2 matches.
just need
That's
set
the thing.
piece.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get a little.
And like even
both
more
teams to score plus 115. Man, I think I like that better than the spread. You know
They're
what I
gonna
mean?
have to
Because
score to keep it to a goal, probably, right?
you're gonna have to score to cover that spread.
Yeah. Morocco to win the group is plus 170. I also don't mind that.
What's the? I'd have to.
Are they going to score enough to
On
get goal
Haiti?
differential?
Fucking
Yeah.
hope so.
They should, but
Fucking hope so.
But you know, like they're one of those teams I could see them getting a goal or 2 and locking it down, and then
No,
like
not if they can win the group by beating up on Haiti. What are they gonna do? Haiti,
I mean, the over
concede a
2.5
2-goal
is
lead to Haiti
minus 180. That's nuts.
in Morocco.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because Morocco doesn't really score goals.
No, right.
Yeah.
That's why they're in the
Morocco
position they're in.
Team total over 2.5 is minus 110.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that they have 4 points on 2 goals scored is impressive.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, man. I don't know.
speaks to the defense.
I'll take Brahim Diaz anytime goal score plus 120 as well.
Right. What are his props, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. You got to do something though, because the numbers otherwise are kind of boring.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick, if you want to take the both teams to score, by all means. But I like Scotland getting a decent result. You know,
Yeah.
whether they get the draw or not, I think it's close. Like you said, Coach, goal and a half for me is enough to take a stab.
Love it.
You know, Morocco to win the group. I think that's if you're looking at futures, wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, I dig it.
All right, moving to Thursday, it opens with Group E, which is the Germany, Ivory Coast, Ecuador, Curacao group. Germany is in full control on 6 points. Can only win the group. I think they already clinched the group because they're head-to-head against Ivory Coast regardless. They play Ecuador, and I know they're going to rest some guys. They're bound to, right? But minus 110.
Did we just completely skip the Mexico, South Korea, all that?
We kind of talked about South
yeah,
Korea at the top, which is a good one. But if you want to take Mexico plus 100, Nick, is that what you're thinking? Money line?
I mean, kind of, because the Czech
Yeah.
Republic are
Yeah,
from
I knew.
number 2 in my big ass board.
Yeah, I knew you wanted to get that line out there. So
No, I mean, I think they have to find a little bit of their form. I don't think they could sleepwalk through this game. That's really kind of my logic.
under 2.5 is what?
Minus 135.
Yeah, I'm taking that 100%. 100%.
Yeah, and then,
I
like
have
I said,
minus 130.
Korea minus 150 is borderline playable, or you could just maybe parlay them with somebody else that day or something else that day.
I would just look at the team total if we're going to do that. I mean, minus 120 for Korea to get to.
I mean, they got it against South Africa, right? Kind of have
Yeah.
to. Yeah, so then Thursday, Group E opens it up. It's Ecuador against Germany, Curacao against Ivory Coast,
Yeah.
Even with rotation, you got to look at the Germans at minus 110. No,
well, I was going to go the other way, Coach. If you get one of those draw breaker bets on DraftKings, why not Ecuador? Throw it on the money line. If it's a draw, get your little bet back.
Ecuador.
Germany doesn't score without Undav. Are they going to start Undav in this?
Doesn't Ecuador have 0 goals?
They have 0 goals. Yeah,
but they got to get going at some point.
Yeah, I mean, who's Enter Valencia? You showing up, bro?
Yeah.
Or the other dude that's like a literal midget?
I don't know which one that one is.
I don't know who that is, but
Plata?
Yeah,
Plata, right? Isn't he a midget?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
Plata,
He's not that
the MLS guy?
Yeah, right? Isn't that their other forward?
He's the other forward. He's not that small.
So Steve and I, when we went to the Red Bulls, that dude didn't even make it over the fucking fence, like the railing in front of us. Then the players would warm up legitimately a foot from us. This dude's
5'10". How tall are you?
He don't look 5'10".
He doesn't look 5'10".
Maybe 5'10".
He
ain't 5'10" in the U.S.
They must be putting some platform cleats on him or something. I don't know. For the measurements. He was a little guy. Unless it's a different plot that we saw back in the day.
This dude, he plays for. This guy plays for Flamingo. He's 25.
Oh
no, this got to be a different guy. It's a different guy. Yeah, this guy's got to be in his 30s.
So who's the other dude that's like 4'8"? That was their forward the other game.
I have no idea. Plata was killing me though because he was. I had Valencia as my live anytime goal scorer because he was just threw on goal every single time, but they just fired it at the keeper. And Plata, this dude looks like he's auditioning for like Real Madrid. Like he's taking fucking, fall away shots from outside the box, skying at 18 feet over the crossbar and just like trying to do tricks in the box and then just kicking the ball off his shin and going out for a goal kick. I couldn't stand him. Now that I know he plays for Flamingo, it kind of checks out. That's a very Flamingo type of way to play. So now it's understood.
Group F follows in the second block, and it's Tunisia, Netherlands, Japan, Sweden. The Netherlands game is obviously very juiced at minus 750. Tunisia's been one of the worst teams in the tournament. Japan, Sweden's interesting. Japan's minus 110, Sweden plus 330.
Give me all the Sweden.
Look at them in the standings. You've got only a point difference for Japan, so a draw suits Japan in many ways. But the Swedes have shown they can score goals.
Yeah, I mean over 2.5 is minus 130. I think I'm taking that.
I just, man,
that might be the draw breaker token.
You could do that too.
The Swedes plus 330.
Are these the same day?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah,
all right,
Thursday.
maybe that's the right one then. All right, fair enough. But I'm also taking the over 2.5.
Japan the whole tournament. I have to imagine Japan can get some sort of result in this game. I kind of dig the draw at plus 240 in this one.
Yeah. Fun fact: the player who leads the World Cup in assists is playing in this game. Who is it?
It is the guy from Japan.
It is not.
No, I was going to say it's got to be one of the Swedes, probably, right?
No idea.
They've got 6 goals scored already.
Mm-hmm.
Does he play in a big? Does he play in a big club?
It's going to have to be Isak. Then.
I would say he plays for a big club.
Yeah, okay.
I would say he
my
does.
boy Andrew was like tweeting about every single Liverpool player's performance known to man.
Yeah, I took him to score the other day. I think.
I thought Elise was leading in assists.
He's got Elise has 2. Isak has 3.
Okay.
And then he was pretty far from goal. Isak a lot of that match against the Dutch. I was like, I'm not getting this. I'm not getting this goal scorer. Not getting it. And then the night closes out with the U.S.
Oh, sorry. That's all to say. Isak goal or assist is plus 160. Sorry, that was where I was going with that one.
I mean, that's
I like that
solid.
goal or assist at plus 160.
That's pretty solid.
Him. Yeah.
Are we going to take a Dutch team total or a game total against Tunisia because they fucking stink?
I mean, I think even if they play their second,
you got to look at the lineups.
String,
yeah,
right?
But Memphis ain't going to come and try to score.
I think
Malin ain't going to try to score some goals. You got to get some guys going.
It's what is this? What day is this? Because Nick taking Memphis
Thursday.
to score is a crazy thing.
I think
I think he's right. I think Tunisia is bad enough that if the Dutch play their like B lineup, 3 goals not outside the
but their B lineup contains Coop Miners. That dude stinks.
Oh, facts.
He might feel like he's playing in Serie A though against Tunisia.
He's fucking awful.
God, bullet dodge for Roma there when he went to Juve. Jeez. Then you have the U.S. group closing the night out. The U.S. has clinched. Australia and Paraguay are both on 3. Turkey on 0. No goal scored, as Nick mentioned earlier in his S list. I know the U.S. will rotate. They're minus 105 on the money line.
Can we call out the fact that the draw line for Paraguay Australia is plus 115?
Plus 110. I've never seen anything.
I've never seen that in my life.
Never in my entire life of betting and watching soccer, I've never seen anything like that. That's
one of those ones where it's like you try to do like the double chance, and instead of taking like a team to tie or to win, you just take either team to win and just see what happens. So just somebody's got to win. That's nuts. Plus 115.
Let's see what that line is. I mean, you're talking about an under fucking 1.5. Yeah. The over under 1.5.
Paraguay are fucking off.
Double chance. Paraguay or Australia minus 140.
So it's just somebody to win the game?
Yeah, minus 140.
Scotty, like this might be the drawbreaker game if you like Australia enough at plus 310.
And I mean, one of those teams is going to go, or they both are probably going to go through, right?
Probably.
No, both?
The Aussies have the edge because of the goal differential right now.
I don't know. I don't know that both would get through.
Right now, Paraguay's 5th of the third place teams. You got to remember 8 teams get through from third place.
I think if they draw.
Yeah, but look at how many teams are sitting on 2 and 3 points.
You don't think 4 points does it?
4 points probably does it.
It's not automatic. It goes to gold. I would think 4 points would go to goal differential. I think that's the cut line.
So that's rough for Paraguay then. They'd be at -2 if they drew this game.
I think both of these teams are going into it knowing that they probably need to win if they want to be guaranteed a seat at the table. I just don't think either team has it in them to win a game. That's the problem. They both are just fucking awful.
The Aussies beat Turkey 2-0, but that doesn't say much.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Australia should win this game with how bad Paraguay have been. Yeah. And like you would think, I mean, Australia didn't look terrible against the U.S. Not like
they didn't give up a lot. I mean,
no.
All right, moving to Friday, the big one, Norway, France.
I was looking at Senegal, Iraq because it came up on my fucking
mine's listed the other way around.
Yeah,
the big one,
one. Norway, France. The Norwegians plus 400 on the money line. France minus 155.
I mean, that's the drawbreaker token, boys.
This is Friday's drawbreaker token, I think for sure, right? Norway plus 400, and if they lose, they lose. Yeah. It's $10.
This might be the only game in the entire World Cup where there's more money on player props than there is on the actual match result.
What's Norway plus 1?
You have to look at that, right?
Yeah. +1 for Norway. It is. Ooh, you're not gonna like it. -135.
So
I'd probably take it.
You're getting value here on the player props. Like if you want to shoot for braces for these guys, like they've been scoring. Now I don't know if Holland's going to get a brace against France. He's plus 950
for 2.
Mbappe plus 600. Yeah, for 2.
How about this? Both teams to score over 2.5 plus 105.
Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely, no doubt. I don't
this
care
might be like
field.
One of those lotto plays where if both guys go off again, you could parlay him for plus 6,500.
Is Dembele like playing in the World Cup?
Scored yesterday.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the last
first goal, first World Cup goal for him.
Gotcha. Okay, because I haven't seen him through like the 150 minutes I watched.
That's been his World Cup story. I cannot find. Oh, here we go. Shots on target, dude. I mean, 6+ shots on target for France is -125. You could ladder that up. 7+ is +150. 8+ is +280.
Norway to score 2 at +225 doesn't.
I was just looking at that +230. Yeah, I was going to say for a team that can score, that doesn't seem that crazy.
All right, Norway to get 4 shots on target -120.
I like that. I think first half over 1.5 at +150 is okay. I mean, like the games have lived up to the hype, right? We could have started off the show. We kind of dove right into the teams. But we talked about it last week, right? Like so far, the games have been good through match week 1. The games have been good through match week 2. Like the big games have been good. I think the mid teams have faced off against mid teams and it's been entertaining. But like the heavyweight matchups have been good. I see no reason for that not to continue.
Yeah, and there's no reason for either team not to go, especially for the Norwegians not to go for it because you've got nothing to lose here because
100%.
You're through. You're through. So why not go for it and test your mettle against France and show that you're not afraid of a big team like that?
It's like you win that game, you start to get the belief that you could win the tournament, whether they can or can't. No bearing on it. But you say, hey, we haven't lost a competitive fixture in a year and a half.
And devil's advocate, better draw.
This is a team that hasn't been in the World Cup in a while, and they are overly reliant on one man. And why are you going to play that one man more than 45 minutes in this game if you don't need to?
That's also true.
Yeah, but I think. it's his first World Cup. It's their first World Cup in a while, like Nick said. I think if they have a chance to win this game and it's like 1-1 at halftime, they're down a goal or something, and they feel like they got a chance going into the second half, I think he plays at least 60, 75 minutes if they're in it. Yeah. And maybe more if they think they can win it. Because you have to remember, too, you set yourself up for a better draw if you find a way to get a result here. Because they also have the goal differential advantage, right?
I mean, I think every first place team, like, obviously I have to see the bracket, but like if you told me right now there was a bet that says every first place team to win their next matchup, I would take it. Like in the next knockout round. You know what I mean? Like, I think the third place teams that they're going to face are going to be that fucking bad. I really do.
The only place you get maybe a tricky one is one of those teams that gets a second place team, right? You get a few that get second place teams.
Yeah.
Right. Whoever plays Norway, like let's say if they finish second.
Yeah.
Right. Like that would be it. But like outside of that, I don't know. I think the matchups are going to be insanely good for the teams that finish first in their group. I agree with you guys that there's an incentive to do that.
Later that day, you've got Uruguay not hosting, but they're the home team against Spain, Cape Verde against Saudi Arabia.
So Cape Verde money line, I think, is going to be a popular play. I feel like a lot of people are going to be on that. I wouldn't talk anybody off of it.
Plus 145 is a solid number for a team that a win you advance.
Is there a hold on? Because they changed up. Like, why the fuck? I'm sorry. They legitimately like changed. What do you guys have for draw no bet?
Cape Verde draw no bet.
Minus 150. That's gross.
Yeah, it's too much.
No. Okay.
We got minus 135 on DraftKings. The draw no bet.
That's not bad. I'd take that.
That's not bad.
I'd take that in a heartbeat. I don't think they lose this game.
And then Spain minus 200 against Uruguay.
I'm going to take every over, every which way I can. I'll take over in the game. I will take Spain's team total. Yeah. Let's see. Spain to score 3 is plus 180. Maybe you guys have a better number. Uruguay, like I said, Muslera has been fucking terrible. And obviously they have no other solution or no backup or anything.
Plus 190 on DraftKings.
Yeah. I'm all over that. I think
and this isn't like your old school Uruguay that we used to see them. They grind out results. Like they play more open, so they're vulnerable.
I think that Spain have to put in probably about 40 minutes worth of game time in this one, and I think they get 3 goals in those 40 minutes.
Yeah, and then that day closes out with the Belgium group that you kind of alluded to earlier. Belgium against New Zealand, Egypt against Iran.
Egypt money line is
plus 150.
The drawbreaker play of the day, for sure.
Yeah. I don't mind that.
I think they should smoke Iran, and I think their second half in the last match they looked much better, and that's like kind of the Egypt team that I expected to see. They've been a little bit stale in attack, leading up to the second half, and that I don't know if it's just kind of them finding their footing or what, but. Between Salah and Marmoush and some of the other guys they should be scoring goals pretty much in every game. And
we were saying I was saying it to you guys, Marmoush, man, like they need more out of him. Mm-hmm. That's if they have any hope of anything, they need more out of him.
So I'll take Egypt money line.
All right, and then Saturday we get the teams that played today. Basically, you get Panama against England, Croatia against Ghana. Opening the day in the early slot at 5 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. So I'm gonna say some things. I don't agree with the line, but tell me why I shouldn't take Ghana on the spread.
No, you should absolutely. That's where I was going. That's just
Ghana only needs a draw to get through.
Yeah. So Ghana double chance. I'm looking at is minus 110 or plus 110.
Plus 115. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that's a smart play because you have a team that probably is not going to risk too much unless they go down, right?
No.
Croatia only scored once today against a Panama side that isn't that great.
No,
yeah,
terrible.
Double chance. Yeah, double chance at plus money is a pretty solid number on Ghana there.
I like that. I kind of like the over 2.5 at plus 125. I mean, I don't know that they have it in them, but it's just not the number I was expecting to see.
Ghana's been low scoring so far, right? 1-0
very.
win and a 0-0 against England.
Very.
I think they keep it under. If they want to go their way, I think it has to stay under. I think if you get goals, it goes Croatia's way.
I know. Fuck. Tough one. But I like him on the spread. And tell me why we wouldn't take under 3.5 in this England game.
Yeah, probably should.
Probably. I mean, unless some of their guys go off, like some of these guys that don't start matches, like say Ollie Watkins starts and a couple of these guys start and they kind of go off on Panama.
I don't know that they will though, because they have to win the game, right? And I feel like Tuchel is gonna kind of keep the same guys. Like he's starting Madueke over Saka and he's sticking to it. I don't see why he would change that match 3
if they get up a couple of goals, though, does it make like 3 attacking subs and then other guys?
Oh yeah, but that's the whole point. Is we're saying we're not thinking they're scoring goals. We're thinking this is an under 3. So
I would just be wary after the way they put up 4 on Croatia. I don't know. Maybe it's more today. But I was going to say maybe it's more credit to Ghana.
Ghana looked good. I mean, Ghana also packed the box. Like they were not letting England players have any space once they got inside the box. So that. You're right, Coach. A little bit of credit to Ghana goes there. But honestly, it's not like England didn't have chances, right?
Yeah.
Harry Kane whiffed on a wide open.
But I mean, realistically, outside of that, like a little sequence there, it was like, I don't know if it was the same play or if it was 2 separate plays because now my mind is jumbled. Where Saka made that one actually really nice move.
Yeah, it was about 10 seconds before Saka had that shot. Yeah.
Okay.
Cuts inside, left foot. Yeah. Curls it around the defender, gets a nice save by the keeper. Ball gets recycled back into the box, header to Nico O'Reilly, and then crossbar rebounds and Harry Kane.
Outside of that, did England have a clear-cut scoring chance? I'm trying to remember.
I mean, they looked good on the corners, but it was just they were kind of like playing off of set pieces. The open play, there wasn't really anything they could do unless they're taking shots from outside the box. And
somebody's gonna have to explain to me because I never saw a reason or anything unless you're telling me it was offside, which didn't look like it in real time. How is there not a absolute penalty against England in the box?
They said it was checked and he was offsides. That player, the guy that made the run through.
So I want to see the fucking VAR lines and all that shit, but like.
Yeah, they checked the VAR thing first. They said it was offside, so they didn't even look at the actual obvious penalty.
Okay.
And then that's followed by the Portugal group with Colombia. Portugal plays Colombia. A little hard to talk about what we expect from this one since Colombia is playing in a few minutes. But right now, plus 285.
Sight unseen over 2.5 at even money. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's probably the play there. And then Congo against Uzbekistan. You would think, I don't know how Congo plays.
Congo should smoke.
But they should beat Uzbekistan based on the way they played Portugal.
They should absolutely smoke them. Yeah. Uzbekistan looks like they might be. Were they on your graphic, Nick? Because they were
because they expect
because they stink.
That's.
I mean, you can expect them to be bad, but okay. But I mean, they looked horrendous. I mean, they had a great goal that got called back, but nothing for that.
And then the group stage closes out with Jordan against Argentina, Algeria against Austria. And
Messi to get a hat trick in the Jordan game, I think, right? That's the play.
Could be,
definitely could be.
Let's see, goal scorer. Right? I'm pulling it up now. To score 2 or more, Messi is plus 280. Where's hat trick? It's in here somewhere. To score 3+ goals, plus 1,200.
I've bet worse.
I think that's worth a flyer at plus 1,200, considering the opponent and the fact that he's looking at trying to get that
to score in both halves, plus 500. To outscore opposition, plus 115. So if he gets a goal and Jordan does not,
that just speaks to what the books expect from him, right?
To outscore the opposition is what?
Lionel Messi is plus 115.
That's got to be like the easiest bet of all time.
He gets a goal, he probably outscores the opposition, right?
Are we kidding?
That's probably a better bet than just anytime goal scorer.
That's unbelievable. I was in the wrong game because I was getting a little bit excited about Austria plus 180 against Algeria.
Okay,
but
I think I was going to say I think that's a good bet. I mean that those two teams level on points. You got to like Austria better than Algeria, right?
Argentina to win and keep a clean sheet is minus 130. Like I'm talking about, like forget player props, forget anything else. Like I don't see how that doesn't fucking come through at minus 130.
Messi to score first and Argentina to win plus 250.
Interesting.
There's a million Messi props that you're gonna have to play in this game because it's just what about
Messi to score from outside the box plus 220?
Yeah. Where's his goal and assists 2+? All right, plus 150. Yeah, no, I'll probably bet him hat trick, and I'll probably bet him to outscore the opponent, and then hope that he outscores the opponent, and I get my money back on the hat trick in case he doesn't.
Yeah,
it's a free bet.
Basically, a free bet. What do you think of that other game? I mean, that should be the competitive one. I think Austria, like you said, plus 190 is a good number.
Yeah, I mean Algeria. It's another team I feel like
didn't do much against Jordan in the first half yesterday.
No, and even their goals were like kind of whatever. And they gave up how many to Messi? 3?
Yeah, they gave the hat trick.
So how much do I trust them? I think Austria.
So the total on this game has to be like minuscule. What is it?
Well,
under 2, under 1.5. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
that's pretty putrid.
Yeah, over 1.5 is set at minus 185.
Can I get 2?
I was gonna say it could be
minus
like
120. Minus 120 for the under 2. I don't think there's 3 goals in this.
No, probably not. Yeah, I went to bed sweating Algeria team total last night because I had them as a 4th leg in a 4-leg parlay, and I went to bed. I was like, "There's no way in hell I'm going to hit this when I wake up in the morning." Yeah. And by some miracle, I hit it. It was just a good day. Any other day, I probably don't hit it because I think their XG at halftime was like 0.15 when I went to sleep. So
I think Mahrez scored, right?
Did he score? I know the center forward scored, who I almost.
No, I don't think Mahrez did. Mahrez had a wide open opportunity to score, and he just duffed it with his second touch. He had a great touch on this to bring the ball under control, and then the second touch just kind of duffed it and put it out of play.
He had the assist. Sorry, on the last goal, on the first goal. Yeah, I don't know. I think Austria is better than them, and I mean, provided they're going for it, I think that plus 180 is a pretty solid number. In Kansas City, ton of Austrians there.
Before we wrap up, I'm looking at one set of futures.
Yes,
and it's to reach semifinal.
Oh, hold on.
Netherlands is sitting at plus 370. Germany sitting at plus 285. To be one of the last 4 teams standing, I'm struggling to make a semifinals where one of those 2 teams isn't in it.
I kind of agree.
Never mind, I could easily see both of them being in it.
In the final 4?
Yeah.
It all depends. It's hard without knowing the draw. That's the whole thing.
Yeah. All right, how about this? To reach quarterfinals, Germany is plus 140.
Plus 175 for me.
How is that not free money? Germany's not making the quarterfinals?
I'm kind of with you.
I think they have to, right?
Who the fuck's making it over them?
I also don't understand how like Netherlands are shorter odds. I guess it's the bracket and the way it plays out. Netherlands is plus 125. That also feels like that's pretty free money.
Let's see if we get a projected bracket.
I mean, Germany and Netherlands are longer odds than USA to reach the quarterfinals.
Yeah. I think it's the way the US's draw is shaping up or something. Projected draw.
The US's draw to get to the round of 16 current or the round of the quarterfinals right now is pretty nice from what I saw. I don't remember the teams off the top of my head, but they are very winnable games. Let's see, projected round of 16. Projected round of 16. You've got Germany playing Scotland in the round of 32. And then
hold on.
You're telling me you don't think Germany is going to be shorter odds than plus 140 to beat Scotland on the money line? I mean, I guess there's multiple things that has to happen, but like, come on.
Yeah, we don't know if Scotland's going to be the team, but
I might just lock these in now since I'm not winning actual match game bets this week.
All right, wait. Remind me. I have a wonky one here. Remind me who's playing who in Group L.
First in Group L. Yeah, I was gonna say who's first in Group L because that's who Germany
England
would
right now.
potentially play in the round of 16.
Who plays who tomorrow in that group, or who plays who next in that group? Sorry.
In the England group,
Yeah.
England plays Panama.
Okay, so Ghana plays Croatia.
Yeah.
Do you guys? Oh no, because then they'd be through. Fuck. I was trying to get really, 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 really slick with a bet because there's a special for any team to not concede in the tournament. But Ghana can't go 0-0. They can't not advance if they don't concede. 0-0. I thought there was. I thought I had a chance, but no. All right.
Man, I saw
you got me, Books.
You got me.
You got me.
Oh, here. This is actually better. This one that the New York Times has from The Athletic. So Germany most likely gets, it's a 37%. It's either Paraguay, Scotland, or Australia. And then it's actually France, Norway, potentially, or Sweden, Japan, Paraguay in the round of 16. So their path is going to have someone difficult in the round of 16.
So they could potentially play France or Norway.
They could potentially France or Norway. It looks like on July 4th in Philly.
I mean, that's just crazy.
Lining up. The U.S. I want to go to the U.S. because they would play most likely Bosnia, otherwise it's Qatar or Senegal in the round of 32, and then the next round, the round of 16, the highest rated team from that right now is Egypt. It's either Egypt or Belgium against either the Czech, Senegal, or Algeria. It's like if the U.S. doesn't make the quarters with that draw, that'd be a very disappointing tournament, in my opinion. If that turns out to be the draw,
yeah.
Argentina, I mean, it's not going to happen probably because they get the Group H runner-up. But if Spain were to somehow lose and Cape Verde wins, they could potentially play Argentina in the round of 32. Not going to happen probably, but Argentina is one of those teams that plays a group runner-up.
Man, the bracket, it's too confusing now.
England most likely would play Mexico in the round of 16. So, like, the England draw is pretty good if you think about how teams have played so far.
I can't figure this out. But anyways, that's kind of what I was looking at. Anything else?
And you were looking at the Dutch. The other team was the Dutch.
Yeah, Dutch. I mean, like I said, I think Netherlands are
going to be playing Morocco in their first round of 32 game because they get the Group C runner-up.
Yeah.
So that'll be a contrast of styles for sure. Will be an interesting matchup if it comes out. So it's just something to keep in mind. So.
All right. Anything else?
I think that's it. I mean, we'll be back after, I guess, before the knockout rounds, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Then we'll have the actual bracket. That'll make it easy.
Yeah. We can actually talk about it straightforward.
For sure. I think it's been good, and I think there's been almost every game has been bettable, which is great. I mean, we've bet on every single game, but I mean, almost every game has been like universally bettable, right? Like you don't have to search that hard for a bet, which I kind of love.
Before FanDuel pulled their, bonus bets for goals promo prematurely after just about one round through the bracket, I was betting every game just to get $5 for every goal. But that stopped. So I'm a little more selective now. But if you joined us for the full almost hour, we thank you for sticking with us and, stick with us on social media, Instagram, Twitter, and of course, YouTube, where we're posting shorts. They're along the bottom line there. And
not TikTok.
No more TikTok. Apparently we broke the rules there. They don't like gambling.
We got to do a GoFundMe. What do we got to do for TikTok here?
Let's keep it to YouTube and Instagram for now.
Yeah, keep it to YouTube and Instagram, Twitter.
All
so
right.
thanks for listening. We'll catch you guys again soon.